Who are the best possible cheap career mode players in every single position? I'm your boy Viva La FIFA. Do you love transfers? I made a special channel for that. You can see it right here, Viva to FIFA. You get 1,000 subs in a couple of days. Viva, I think we can make it. So click the link down below and subscribe to Viva to FIFA if you love transfers. Let's kick the episode off. And if you want to get yourself the best possible players in FUT 23, but you don't have the coins, here is the solution. Click the link in the description. That will take you to u7buy.com, the biggest, best and safest place for your FUT coins. And with the code VIVA, you'll receive millions of coins for a couple of bucks in a couple of minutes tonight on your channel. Check it out right away. I promise you, you will love. Starting off the episode with Caprile, a young goalkeeper coming from Italy. His potential of 84 is already astonishing if you imagine that he is just coming from a 70 rated goalie. A plus 14 with a price tag of around £4 million maximum. You can get yourself a cheap version and a little bit the downgraded version of Gianluigi Donnarumma, but who cares? He's cheap as hell. Now we have Gavin Benzoni. He's the goalkeeper of Southampton, relegated in real life, but in FIFA 23, he's still there for the taking. For a measly £5 million, you get yourself one of the best Premier League goalkeepers in the future. And imagine, guys, 85 potential is what he at least can reach. If you train him, play him the best way possible, more will be in store. So Bazzoni, a great catch. This is probably the only goalkeeper or player in this episode older than 21 years old. It is Keylor Navas. He's now 35 years old. But if you're starting off with a bigger and better team, but still want to do a road to glory, for example, starting off with Southampton, starting off with Brighton and Hove, after this loan deal, you can get Keylor Navas for a measly £7 million, and you get yourself an 86 rated goalkeeper for 7 mil. That is still a steal. But let's be fair, there is always king over king, and with Andre Gomez, the goalkeeper of Sporting Club Benfica, we find the man you want to get. Starting off with a 63 rating and with a plus 23. He's the cheapest man in there. For around £1 million, you can sign him up, and he becomes Champions League levels. Madi Monamai, hope to pronounce that correctly. The centre back of Bayer Leverkusen is only 16 years of age, and look at that potential, astonishing. You know, you have Sabah, the centre back of Bayer Leverkusen. We all know him. He's great. We have several other great centre backs in the Bundesliga already, but this man can be the king of the centre backs with his huge potential. He can play together with Tapsoba in the Bayer Leverkusen defensive line, but if you want to get him ASAP, because at the start, he's duty cheap. Thomas Araujo, once again a Benfica player, and Benfica is heaven for young, cheap players. So almost on every single position, Benfica has an 85 plus potential player. With Thomas Araujo, we find a centre back who plays a little bit like the same style of Ricardo Carvalho. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Giorgio Scalvini is the must recommended centre back in the game. 6'4", lightning quick for a player that is that big. And because he's only 73 rated, you can steal him away from Atalanta Bergamo for a measly £5 million. In no time, he will be worth £100 million. So go and get Scalvini as soon as you can, or else it might be too late. We go to the left backs, and that is Dutch glory. Ian Maatsen is the first one. Loaned out to Burnley in real life, owned by Chelsea. The good thing is, you can buy him on a cheap deal. Maatsen is 74 rated, but he already feels like an 80 plus rated player. And imagine him going up to 85, 86, 87. You know, with Ian Maatsen, you find yourself the new Roberto Carlos. As I told you, left back position, it's all about Dutch glory. We have Gerald Hato. He made a great debut season and a breakthrough season this year at Ajax Amsterdam. He can play center back, but originally he is a left back. Look at that. Great acceleration and sprint speed already for a 64 rated left back, and with a plus potential of 22 on every single stat. Hato is a dream for the cheap squad builders. The last center back is also coming from the Netherlands. I can't help it, boys. It's really that good. We have Bjorn Meijers. He's playing in the Belgian Pro League. He's 6'2". He's worth around £4 million, and within no time his value will rise above the 40 mil. Bjorn Meijers is physical, is lightning quick, strong on and off the ball, has incredible stamina, and let's be honest, his potential tells the whole story. From the left backs, we go to the right backs, and there we find Ivan Presnada. He's playing for Real Valladolid in the Spanish La Liga, starting off with a rating of 69. He's available for every single league you start off with if you're not playing in the League 1 or League 2. But if it's like any other league, you can get this man quite easily. Real Valladolid is willing to cooperate, 2.5 mil, and this man will be your new Dani Carvajal. I'm only going to show you 2 right backs because Lewis of City is the king of this position. Nobody is better. I can't recommend anybody else in this game. He's dirty cheap as a start. City wants to sell him and they don't know, like in real life, what big of a talent Rico Williams is. So get him as soon as possible, because if you get him, never let go. He will turn out to be one of the best fullbacks in the game you've ever seen. And we go to the midfield, starting off with the CDMs, after that center mid, and then the cams. CDM Lavia is a cheat code in FIFA. For example, in real life, Southampton paid 20 mil, but that isn't something added in the FIFA career mode. I hope they fix that in FIFA 24, because Romeo Lavia can now be available for you for 2.5 to 3.5 mil. That is 10% of the real transfer fee Southampton paid for the youngster. So I think that isn't realistic, but who cares? If you want to go for cheap quality, Lavia is your man. Stefan Bajcetic, another great youngster coming from a top team. He's a Liverpool player, but once again, it's not like Football Manager. In Football Manager, you pay 30 million pounds for this player already. No, in the career mode, you pay the rating, and the rating is quite low. So you pay quite low, but they can turn into superstars in 2 or 3 seasons. So you can shop until you drop. For example, if you're starting off with a team in the championship, like, let's call it out, Watford, Millwall, you name it. If you buy all these players I show you, you can do that with your budget, sell your best player and build this guy's team. You will win the Premier League within a blink of an eye. If you're looking for a more complete, pacey CDM, you can go for Achter Vermeeren. He's playing with Royal Antwerp, the team coached by Mark van Bommel, and this man is great on the CDM spot. In real life, he had a great breakthrough season, and in the career mode, he's a great asset, going up from 71 to 86. Martin Baturina, let's be honest, this guy has to be one of my personal favorites in FIFA 23. I can't start of any save game I didn't went for this guy, because he is the new Luka Modric in a cheap version. He is so dirty cheap that you won't believe you'll only pay around 4 million pounds for a Modric player, and he's already good to go against big teams. He isn't very low rated, and his stats are all over the board, so high that you can see this is one of the hidden gems you should get ASAP. Now we go with Fabio Miretti, probably one of the most expensive players in this episode, available for 10 million pounds. But once again, in Football Manager, you can't even get this player. Juve sees him as a huge talent, their new Andrea Pirlo, and you can't get him. In the career mode, he's 10 million pounds because he's only 74 rated, but you can see the potential of 88 that tells the whole story. The man is a world-class player, and you can get him for 10 mil. Warren Zaire-Emery has to be probably one of my personal favorites. The 16-year-old already played in the Champions League for Paris Saint-Germain. That tells how good he is. The good thing is, this man is so cheap, it's unrealistic. In real life or in Football Manager, Paris Saint-Germain will never sell this wonder kid for less than 30, 40, 50 mil. But in the career mode, for 2 million pounds, Zaire is your player, and guys, that's so cool. Looking for a playmaker? Don't look any further than Tom Bischoff, the 17-year-old playing for Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. If you liked Marco Reus, if you liked Mario Götze, if you like Florian Wirtz, this man is the same player, but then in a cheap form with a plus potential of 20 extra. The man will be legendary. Simone Pafundi, he's playing for the Zebras of Udinese. Wow, that name is very cool. Papone Samundi, wow, that feels like a great player. And this guy is Tiny Town. He's 5'5". He's even tinier than Papu Gomez, for example. Remember Elton, the Brazilian who played in the Saudi League? That is this guy. His balance is so good. If somebody Sure, they're pushing him. They're actually smashing his face, for example. That is how small he is, but he's such a cool player. Try him out on the pitch. Ryan Shirky is one of the more usual suspects you've seen in these videos, I promise you. Shirky's already a big talent in Football Manager, in the career mode, in any other football game. Shirky lacks the pace, so I would recommend give him specific training to make him a quicker player, because he has all the skills you need on the cam position, but you want lightning speed to go alongside with it. We go to the wingers, and starting off with Nusa. Nusa is playing in the Norwegian league, but you can see it, guys. He has the potential to become the new Neymar Jr. Forget about spending so much money. Go for Nusa, and the Norwegian man can be linked up, for example, with Erling Braut Haaland in no time in the national team. But even if you're signing up for Manchester City, he will be better than Riyad Mahrez in a couple of seasons. That is how great the potential of Nusa is. We go to PSV Eindhoven with Johan Bakayoko. PSV Eindhoven, they sacked their coach. Well, he actually sacked himself, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Bakayoko is a man who's wanted by Paris Saint-Germain for their squad depth in real life. The young Belgium has lightning speed already. You need to make his finishing and crossing a lot better, because in that way you have yourself a much better right winger. Rooney Bargi, 16 years old. What a talent, playing for FC Copenhagen. Wow, this man has it all. Rooney is his first name. Bargi, Rooney Bargi of Sweden. I can recommend this guy to any save game. Even League 1 teams can sign this guy, and you see the potential of 86. He actually comes close to Rooney's stats in his prime at Man United. So Rooney Bargi is the man to go for. If you want to find an even cheaper player, I have him for you. We go to Sporting Club de Braga this time in the Portuguese Liga NOS, and we have Roger Fernandes. Roger Fernandes, 63 rated, plus 23, potential of 86. Man, he's like Usain Bolt getting a kid with Neymar Jr. That is how good he is. Give the lad a chance. Alejandro Garnacho, we all know him, of course. Alejandro Garnacho is a great player. He's the man you want to stay with at Manchester United if you're starting off with that team. But if you're starting off with a different team, you want to buy Garnacho as soon as you can, because if you wait too long, his price will go up, that he will be unpayable. Jamie Binu Gittins, 70 rated, potential of 88. Wow. Dortmund fans never ever sell him. Together with Moukoko, you probably have the best attacking lineup with Reina, left wing, striker, right wing, maybe Cam as well. Dortmund fans, they're good to go in FIFA 23's Ultimate Team. But if you're starting off with a different team, just like with Garnacho, get Binu Gittins ASAP. Andreas Sheldrup has to be probably one of the best starting players with a rating that is quite low. And you see it in real life. Benfica signed him in January. When I made videos about career mode at the start of FIFA, he was still playing for an unknown team in an unknown league. But now in the winter, also in real life, Sheldrup had a great prediction and a great development. Benfica paid £11 million, and that is exactly his release clause in FIFA. But you can get him for cheap if you want. 4 to 5 million pounds, and Sheldrup is your man. We go back to Atalanta Bergamo and we find the new Zlatan Ibrahimovic or the new Erling Braut Haaland, you name it, with Rasmus Højlund. The man is 6'2". His speed is insane for such a big guy. His agility, balance, shooting and finishing, first touch is exceptional for such a big guy. That's why we rate him as one of the best in the game. He's going up to 86, but he will feel like a 90 plus rated icon. Another hidden gem. In that case, you can steal once again, because just like with Lavia, I tell you guys, Tel costed Bayern Munich 25 mil in real life, signing him from Stade Rennes. Now you can get him for 3 million pounds. That's the steal. Get Tel, because he will be your goal machine and your new Robert Lewandowski. Elise Benseguir is the man we use to finish off this episode. If you love it, leave a like, subscribe, and my second channel, my new channel, Viva to FIFA, for all the transfer moves. You go to the comment section or description to click the link right away. If you see these stats, what vibe do you get? If you say Ben Yedder, we agree. And we know what we talk about. His name looks almost the same. Ben Yedder, Benseguir. His stats feel the same. He isn't a pace abuse striker. He isn't like Moukoko, for example. I didn't even put Moukoko in the video because we all know Moukoko of Borussia Dortmund. But this man is pretty much hidden. His potential of 88 is not known by a lot of people. So I'm going to show you this guy. He's so cool to play with. He's like Wissam Ben Yedder. He's a magician in and around the penalty box. He can play in a 2-striker system, as a shadow striker, as a striker in a 4-3-3 system. It doesn't matter. Eliezer Ben-Seguir is my new favorite. Do I miss anybody in the video? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you love it, subscribe, and put on the notification bell. I hope to see you back on the new channel as well for more videos daily. Daily videos on this channel, daily transfer videos on the other one. Are you following both of us? You are a big sir.